Group B action here. We saw earlier Muntinlupa win over Marikina, keeping their hopes alive, but win by Quezon will eliminate them from contention moving on to the next round.
Yeah. So far, ang hirap pumasok sa loob ng paint para dito sa Voyagers. The minute that ball gets inside, you see players really compacting and collapsing, rotating, trying to make it difficult for any layup shot. So far, the lone guy who's been successful in his last 2 attempts to get inside the paint has been this guy on the line, Cyril.
The gradual increase in production for Quezon, ultimately coming up with 28 points in the third, something that I'm sure Coach Marlon Martin is trying to figure out here in the fourth. Gonzalez coming up with a split at the line. Cyrus Tabi, Will Macaloni, Christian Pagaran, Mike Cañete, and Dom Vera ang nasa loob for Quezon. Tabi skips it to Pagaran. Macaloni at the free throw line, guarded by Galicia. Humihit, running into traffic, gets called with a 3-second violation.
Sumogod ang sikip na sa loob. Well, you had Mike Cañete also on the low block. Didn't even get to the dunker spot to create more space. So Will had to go to the right side, pero ayun na nga, masyado masikip. Oh, steal.
Tabi almost coming away with a steal. Pasay has to be careful. Just 18 seconds left on the shot clock.
18 seconds on the shot clock.
So yung gandang tip ni Cyrus Tabi. Fortunately, it went out. Last touch on it.
Good pass, pitch ahead to Piñal, joined by King Cortiza, Cyril Gonzalez, Gael Montaño, and Jacob Galicia. Gonzalez makes his move, puts it in, plus a foul.
So far, one thing's clear, no? Yung lahat ng naging atake ni Cyril, based on how we saw it, there really was not so much Dom Vera could do about it. And the minute that Dom came in the game, they've been trying to test his defense, especially with Cyril on him. Really more of, they're really hunting for that advantage in the match.
Extreme ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. By the way, we failed to mention this at the top of the coverage. Pasay today playing without Christian Fajarito.
Oh yeah, which is one guy that they definitely, dami ring scheme na iniikot nila around Christian, no?
Yeah, could do so many things as their premier big man itong Pasay. But somehow they manage to trim the gap to just 5 points. Double team comes, almost a steal. Manzano having trouble. Able to release it to Cyrus Tabi, who resets their offense. 8 seconds on their shot clock. Fuentes using that Cañete pick. Pagaran rising up for the jumper. Montaño may have gotten a piece of that one. Wala nang challenge.
Yeah, ubos na.
Pwede ba ba? Hindi na, no?
Wala na, nakadalawa na sila eh.
Yeah nga eh.
First one is successful, the second was inconclusive. We got that second successful hit yung sa foul ni Steve Nash.
That's tough. That's a tough call. 2 seconds on the shot clock. A hurried shot by Judel Fuentes. And then the foul whistled against Cyril Gonzalez.
Really just trying to make something out of almost nothing in that situation.
Obviously thinking that it was clean. But all ball. Nakita natin yan maya-maya. Kasi ito eh, minadali na nila to. Not sure on that angle. Hirap.
Not sure if you got the hand, ano?
The arm.
Yeah, the arm. But that looked ball.
Kaya nga eh. So, anong mangyayari dito? May foul Foul ba? I-reverse pa nila? Pwede ba yun?
Nag-uusap pa.
54-49. Kasi 2 seconds na lang nung in-inbound ni Fuentes. Clearly, they had that quick play of that pitch to Magaloni, then the handoff quickly back to Judel.
Definitely enough time for the catch and shoot. And they stay with that ball. And still is going to be a foul.
Cyril Gonzalez is first.
Pero hindi na rin naman nag-complain pa si Coach Marlon. When was the last time I saw Coach Marlon complain about the call? I can't even recall.
Parang chill na
Yeah, he's
chill na
one
coach.
of the coolest coaches you have.
You guys covered him in the playoffs nung San Juan, di ba?
Oo.
Was he?
Hindi ko from my memory bank, hindi ko yung glaring ba na talagang demonstrative siya in
Right.
not agreeing with the call. LJ Gonzalez, may balita ulit tayo kay Daphne.
You know what, Ken and Coach Mike, sepangs nga o separation anxiety ang naramdaman ni LJ Gonzalez dahil ibang klaseng band at samahan ang nabuo bilang isang Quezon Husker. No? Di nga daw mawawala yung journey at sobrang sarap balikan, kaya naman nanonood siya dahil tinuturing niyang pamilya na itong kanyang Quezon Huskers team. Higit 2 taon din siya halos nandito sa team na to, and he knows that this is a place where he can definitely go back anytime and anywhere, and that is dito sa side ng Quezon Huskers. Balik sa inyo.
Maraming salamat, Daphne. Kung ikaw pa naman kung sino-sino mga nakatapat mo. Abra last season, Pampanga the year prior, getting all the way to the final dance couple of times, and you were the head of the snake, and yet, di ba? Ang daming, I'm sure, with LJ, a lot of things he picked up from Coach Eric Gonzalez as well as the veterans that were part of that team. Diego Dario, like this guy, Jodel Fuentes, who was... Their games really complemented each other well, si Jodel Fuentes at si LJ Gonzalez.
At saka mabigat yung mga... what a block! May Pagaran.
Get that out of here, says Christian Pagaran.
You really just get an added boost with the athletic ability of Christian Pagaran. Oh my. And I was gonna say about LJ na doon sa South Finals, mabigat rin yung mga nakalaban niya, Batangas and Binyan. And those were 2 tough series before they got to the national finals. Fell short twice, pero he really led the Quezon Huskers into it.
Manzano, baseline, reverse will go in. Balik sa 11 ang lamang ng Quezon. Enriquez has been quiet here in the second half. Actually, only 3 points for Nash Enriquez. 1 of 10 shooting from the field.
Tsaka dami niyang drive na na-check na And his pass right here inside the set. Had to go reverse on the other side to get that finish.
Buntiza will trigger it in. Martel up top, playing heavy minutes with the absence of Christian Farito. Rising up for the jumper. And it's as if Santiago knew that as soon as he released it, that it was going to result into a miss. Got back to his own shot. And fouled on that putback attempt by Judel Fuentes.
Well, you're always told, even at a very young age, the shooter knows where that ball would fall, and yun lang ang ginawa nito ni Jello Santiago. And even back then when he was playing for CEU, you could really sense that level of confidence when he takes shots from the outside, and to track down rebounds after a missed shot.
Sabi nga lang, unang free throw. MoneyPay is the digital wallet built for the community. Oh, 2 bad misses. Tinatry ba niya i-boarding?
Oo nga, parang doon sa pangalawa.
Sa una din
I don't think sa una. Sa pangalawa, medyo mas pa. Mas kita ko pa. Grenade.
Nagdrama, bounce pass, Manzano, kick out again
Yeah.
to his Adamson teammate, and now joining forces with Quezon, Joshua Yero.
And the gravity of said Manzano inside the paint. You see 3 players collapsing on him, and just an easy find to locate a shooter on the weak side of the floor in Joshua Yero.
Di lang nag-abot si Sed sa si Vince magbuhos dito.
Yes.
Dati magkakampi sa Adamson Falcons.
Yeah, I clearly remember that. I also got to cover them.
Sa pre-season
Pre-season then, right.
UAP, no?
And I think that was in the fill oil when I got to cover them.
63-49.
Grabe rin yung yung magnet ni Sed pag nasa loob na no? Talagang mapapalapit ka because inside, if he's up that close, you know he definitely can muscle his way inside to find a way to score. Kaya ang lalaki rin ang stride nito sa loob. Ang hirap pigilan.
Oo. Lian Martel. Sablay yung kanyang unang free throw. Quezon is in penalty. 6:13 left. In the span of 21 minutes, Pasay only managing to score 20 points. Ano na yan lagpas 2 quarter na yan, time frame na yun
And you know what's even impressive here in the 4th quarter? Quezon Huskers are shooting 3 of 5. They've only missed twice. 2 of them from 3.
Manzano short,
Another one.
it back, Manansala sa ilalim.
Grabe.
What a luxury to have those 2 guys come into the fold for Quezon.
Yeah, what a luxury also to have on the same time on the floor if they do that. You know, Pagaran to play alongside Jolo Mendoza. Manansala, because you almost can't tell who is who with the way that they play. They play with a lot of athletic ability. They are high leapers. They're very active. Good on their feet. Good with their hands.
Manansala, pasok ang kanyang unang free throw. LGR is the official outfitter of the Mpbl.
Si Jolo, I don't think he's so much of a shot creator with the defense up in the half court. Really more an open floor. Doon talaga siya, he thrives on it. Nash.
Kabutas sa wakas. Si Nash Enriquez. Just 2 of 11. But that 3 will help them at least trim the gap here.
Finally, after 3 attempts, they knock something down from 3. And Steve Nash Enriquez off a good pass by Cyril Gonzalez.
11-point lead for Quezon, but they will sue for time.
You're still tuning in to the Mpbl Pre-Season Invitational. We are seeing one of the best games so far dito kay Jolo Manansala rather. This Kapampangan in his first training with Quezon actually had a mix of emotions dahil nga puro taga Adamson na yung mga nakakasama niya. Parang nga daw siyang natatawa na natutuwa. But this quick transition, sabi niya sa akin, so far hindi niya pa masyadong na-absorb. But heading towards this game, there's no any single jitter for Jolo to go up against his former teammates dahil basically ay dormits pa rin naman daw sila. Balik sa inyo.
Oo nga naman. Pag-graduate pa lang itong mga to magkakasama pa rin. But now, at least in this game, magkakalaban muna sila dito. But, Jolo Manansala, hailing from Pampanga, had Coach Jeff Napa as his coach in NU. But he's entering into a totally different system under Coach Eric Gonzalez together with Coach Nash Casella.
Well, just opportunities to learn from other coaches as well.
Oo.
An opportunity for growth din para dito kay Jolo. Oh, wow!
Enriquez, much like he did in that first game they had, finding his mark here in the 4th quarter. Fuentes gives it up to Lagrama. Manansala at the baseline, 4 on the shot clock. Manansala makes his move, pivots his way
Oh,
inside, off the glass, and in.
How about that? Foot control by Jolo Manansala. A quick break before doing reverse pivot the other side.
17 points para kay Jolo Manansala. Kinyal can't answer. Manansala grabs his 7th rebound.
These are really good minutes from Jolo here in this game.
Kinyal battling for position down low. Picks up a foul.
This quick stop right there and reverse pivot the other end. Jolo really knows how to use his feet inside the paint.
Slide inbound, Sed Manzano. Fuentes popping out of that pass. Special delivery from Cyrus Tapi.
Too easy. It's tough to cover a shooter that's constantly on the move, especially if he gets ahead of you. Wow.
Enriquez has 8 of his 11 points here in the 4th quarter. 68-58. Tabi. Jolo inside of that pass from Sed Manzano. And Quezon just keeping Pasay at bay. How about this performance though by Jolo Manansala?
If there is one thing that you love about this, it's Jolo meshing well with his teammates right now in the Quezon Huskers. Kanina on that report, it's really parang nag-a-adjust pa, but he's adjusting well in this game.
Up next, Dom Escobar and the rest of the Caloocan Batang Kangkalu will defend their turf going up against the Zamboanga Sikat. Kimani Lani still in street clothes.
Yep.
Very interesting when he will make his debut here for Caloocan. Tangkad din talaga eh.
Oh, that's saka ano, yung ano dyan is yung juggling act of all the talent that you have in Caloocan for Coach Mike Sagigit.
Bola na agaw. That was off a timeout by Pasay. And Quezon showing their experience here against a very young Pasay squad. Fuentes at the line has a total of 17 points. Meron ba tayong ano? Warning?
Warning on number 13, Steve Rodriguez for sportsmanlike
Enriquez,
behavior.
oh.
Yeah.
Got warned for unsportsmanlike behavior.
He's been asking na meron dapat blocking foul on that drive by Jello Santiago.
Mintis yung pangalawa ni Judel at may tulak
Foul on number 3.
against Mike Cañete. They are in penalty.
Pero alam mo, Ken, we've been discussing about how yung chemistry wino-work on pa nitong Quezon Huskers. I think you could also say the same for the Pasay Voyagers. I mean, dami rin mga bago dito. And they're really just trying to understand and mesh well with the team dynamics.
So Mark Parks shooting 2 shots. Four points, 2 assists for Mark Parks. Pasay still in it though. 3 and 34 left. 2 for 2 at the line for Mark Parks. Papaltan siya muna nga lang dito ni King Bortiza. So mas maliit yung lineup na nasa loob ngayon. Si Munmun de la Cruz is playing the 5. Okay, so ganun din eh. Cañete and Manansala. Mike Cañete Can't convert down low. Ginyal grabs the loose ball, gives it up to Enriquez. 10-point lead for the Huskers. Nash pulling up for free, short. Fuentes secures the rebound for Quezon.
Yeah, mas mahirap na tira yung para kay Steve Nash Enriquez.
Enriquez battling with Hierro down low. It's an offensive foul on Joshua Hierro.
Steve, Coach Eric right there wanted to talk one of the officials, but Steve Nash Enriquez has been selling these fouls really good for the Voyagers.
Saka ano sila nakikipagpwestuhan sila dun sa ilalim
Yeah.
Kasi nga si Hierro, tingin niya may size advantage siya over Enriquez.
Oh, tsaka ang dami na nilang pinunto sa loob ng paint. Yun, may tama talaga on the face of Enriquez with that left hand of Joshua Hierro.
Sinamahan din naman ni Nash.
Ng konting
Oo.
naging salesman
Kasi as soon as tinamaan siya, nag-flail din yung kanyang ulo
Yeah.
2 and 57 seconds left. What a turnaround by Quezon though. They were behind by 17 points earlier.
Offensive foul on number 41, Joshua Hierro. His fourth.
Joshua Hierro will pick up,
Defensive foul. Joshua Hierro.
will be replaced by Christian Pagaran. Pagaran getting getting a lot of minutes here for Quezon.
Pero iba rin talaga yung kombinasyon nitong Pagaran tsaka Manansala.
Gonzalez kick out pass Santiago. This could be big. Just can't hit it. Cañete called for a foul, battling with Munmun de la Cruz. At si Munmun naman ang masusubukan sa free throw line. Player din dati ito ni Coach Mike sa Olivares.
Oh yeah. That's where he really started
Oo.
for the Olivares team of Coach Mike Sagigit.
Then nag-transfer sa NU.
I think after a year ba?
I think.
Yeah, after a year of playing for Coach Mike.
Single digits silang ang lamang. De La Cruz, malakas yung pangalawa. Got back his own miss. Running into traffic. It's another foul on Quezon.
Holding foul on number 8, Christian Pagaran, penalty.
Pagaran could not believe the call. So sino bang na-foul? Si Munmun din. Just got a split earlier. These are missed opportunities for Pasay.
Yeah. On the line, they are 8 of 14. Oh, wow.
Malakas. So just going 1 out of 4 on that trip. Two and 30 left. Tabi leaning in. Foul called on the Voyagers.
Number 25, Munmun de la Cruz is second.
Munmun de la Cruz is the one picking up that foul.
22, Sabi.
I also can't wait to see in transition a run with Cyrus Tabi, Jolo, and Christian Pagaran. Those two athletic guys running the wings and Cyrus with the ball on the middle. That's going to be a sight to see. At one point in next season, we will see that. And we'll never know how that kind of fast break would finish.
Coach Gonzalez gets warned after having a heated discussion with one of our game officials.
Yeah, kanina pa niya gusto nga tawagin yung isa sa mga officials natin eh. He's got some contentions on the call.
Enriquez, no.
Wow.
Sa loob, the persistence pays off for Munmun de la Cruz.
right timing to get to that spot. Fortunate for Moon. That shot got blocked. That tip goes to his hands, and just quick follow up underneath.
Moon de la Cruz went 1 out of 4 earlier at the line. Ayun ang problema. Free throws.
Well, he got hit on the head.
That's always been his problem, shooting free throws.
Moon.
Oo, he
Yeah.
gets fouled a lot.
Right. And I see Coach Eric is, trying to communicate with the officials, because one might have to agree, he did get hit on the face. Itong si Christian Pagaran, as he was going for the rebound.
And Coach Eric visibly upset with what he believes has been the lack of calls against their side.
I think he's been at it for about 3-4 plays back.
Kasi nga, ang tingin niya, kanina pa tinatamaan, walang tawag.
Yes. And very rarely on a preseason game would you see Coach Eric like this. He normally is just very calm, sitting there on his seat with his mask on. But now that mask's gonna go because he wants to send off a message and asking about these calls.
72-63. It's just it's the preseason, but you could really see how teams yun tinamaan si Pagaran ni Moon tas walang pito.
Yeah. Immediately pagkakuha niya nung bola, tinamaan na siya.
It was clear on that replay that Pagaran got hit.
Yeah. I think that's what the ask is.
Enriquez has a chance to at least cut this lead down. Nash Enriquez, 12 points. (72-64). Coach Ed Gonzalez will use one of his remaining timeouts. An 8-point lead for Quezon. We'll be right back after this short break. A very heated Quezon bench after what they believe was the lack of calls on their side. Yun nga, tinamaan si Pagaran earlier na walang pito. And Coach Air Gonzalez got teed up, resulting to that free throw by Nash Enriquez. They get the ball back. Quezon up by 8, 2 and 7 left in the fourth.
Well, Voyager's still very much in this. Gotta get the ball in bounds now.
Fuentes against Nash Enriquez. Down to our final 2 minutes. Enriquez able to deflect it, but Fuentes still with the rock with 10 on their shot clock. Switch. And a steal by Gortiza. He has a running start. The pass to Quiñal, catching to three, short. Tommy with a rebound. That's his value. A very solid rebounding guard for Quezon.
Well, actually, to get the ball cross half court and still be very stable.
Manzano facing a double team.
Nice pass.
They left Judel Fuentes open. Can't hit the free. Ball tapped by Steve Nash Enriquez out of bounds. It will stay with Quezon. They can review this under the last 2 minutes.
But that was a good look for Judel Fuentes. That ball swing over to that right wing 3. They got new 14 here. 14 ulit.
Tabi against Urtiza. Offensive foul against Sed Manzano.
Offensive foul on number 10, Cedric
Door
Manzano.
still open for Pasay. If they want to make a comeback here, they will use a timeout with 71 seconds left in the fourth. We'll be right back after this short break. Caloocan Matang Kangkalu waiting in the wings. Obviously, they're also interested in the result of this game dahil sila nga 5-1.
Yeah.
A Quezon victory will
Tie them.
tie them, yeah. 17-6-4 from Judel Fuentes. And the Quezon Huskers trying to redeem themselves from that tough loss against Caloocan just the other day.
And this is about closing the game stronger. Because they really just came off that loss against Caloocan 13-0 yung naging panapos ng Caloocan to go ahead with that win.
Enriquez sumaksak, dumps it inside. Gortiza can't finish. Pass outside. Enriquez shot fake, pulling up from the baseline. Too short. Bola natapik. Kinyal got hit in the face. And Pagaran picks up a foul. They are in penalty.
Number 8, Christian Pagana, penalties.
2 huge free throws for Nico Kinyal.
First trip to the line, gotta make a couple. If he makes both, this will just be a 2-possession game.
Big miss. Sabi mo nga, 2-possession game na lang sana.
Yeah.
Free throws have been a problem for Pasay all night long. 9 out of 19. Now 10 of 20, just 50%.
For Cedric Gonzalez.
Gotta give credit to Quezon though, clamping down on defense. Pagaran catches.
Oh,
Naagaw ni Kinyal. And it was off Cyrus Tabi. They will check it. Just 4 seconds chipped off the game clock. An ideal scenario para dito sa Pasay if they indeed get the ball back.
and defensively, the Voyagers are trying to speed the game up by being constantly hounding wherever, you know, there's one pass away. And lahat ng naging depensa doon, napakahirap i-inbound. And even once the ball got inside, they immediately got on Christian Pagaran. Couldn't find any open teammate to pass it on to.
Again, just to recap our viewers, Quezon was down by as many as 17 points back in the first half, but they stormed back and got the lead here. And now, they need to defend on this possession. Quick three from Gael Montaño, straight but long.
Shot looked good.
Quezon will milk some time. 40 seconds remaining. Tabi against Cortiza. Manzano providing the pick. They skip it to Pagaran. Puts it on the deck. Pulling up. No good. Manansala with an offensive board. And that should be the game. 19 points and 7 rebounds from Jolo Manansala.
Huge rebound by Jolo Manansala right there.
Wow, foul against Enriquez. What? Why will they review it? Sa buzzer,
The
okay.
buzzer, yeah.
Kung umabot.
Umabot sa 24. Right. See that here. So,
Kung may
yeah.
pito, hindi. Pasok sa ano yun.
pasok, yeah. Pasok pa.
Tingin ni Nash, bola eh. It is a foul.
Foul on number 13. See that he reaches his first foul.
So you send a very good free throw shooter at the line. Although Fuentes, only 1 out of 4 today.
3 free throws for the Fuentes.
3 shots. In Pasay, once Quezon picked up the intensity on the defensive end, nahirapan sila mag-execute, Coach Mike.
Yes. Well, only because the Huskers were able to come back, start in the second quarter after figuring out the switches, the hard shows, got that figured out, and then they clamped down inside the paint, not allowing any more paint touches or finishes for the Voyagers.
Just 2 out of 3. Enriquez gives it up to Gortiza. The swing pass. Kinya leaning in for a free. Lead down to 6. But just 0.2 seconds left. This one pretty much a done deal. Tumawag ng timeout si Coach Eric Gonzalez. But this one pretty much in the bag for Quezon. A timeout, 0.2 seconds left. Pwede naman tip in to.
Di na.
Pero di na bumantay. Di na bumantay itong
Yeah.
Pasay. That's gonna do it. That will not count. Review daw eh. Kung counted. Pero hindi. That clearly won't count. But in the end, sabi ni Coach Marlon, ayan o, nireview naman nila. Usual protocol ng ating referees. You can catch and shoot it with less than 0.3 seconds.
Yeah, you can't anymore.
But Quezon Huskers with the bounce back victory after that tough loss against Caloocan last Tuesday. And Jolo Manansala, he was all over the place in this ball game. And a huge spark starting this game. And maganda yung kanyang panapos dito. 19 points and 7 rebounds for Jolo.
Yeah, it's the 8 of 13 that was actually impressive, apart from the rebounds and him running off breaks and successfully finishing. He's been so good in this game.
The Angeles City, Pampanga native, helping the Quezon Huskers register this win over Pasay, 74-68. And, well, kasama na niya si Daphne Cristobal.
Thank you so much, Ken and Coach Mike. Jolo, congratulations. Ito yung first best player of the game mo dito sa Mpbl pre-season. Kamusta ka right after this game? Especially dun sa pinakita nyo in the second half.
Masaya kasi yun nga, we're still on the learning process. Yung team, yung chemistry namin is binubuo pa namin. And hopefully is mag-gel kami sa paparating na season. You know.
Jolo, this is a big bounce back victory on your end. At ang nakalaban mo pa, mga former teammates mo, paano kaya magiging sistema mamaya pag uwi nyo sa dorm?
Yun, siguro mag-aasaran kami. Panalo ako syempre. Pero yun, malaking pasasalamat na rin na nakita-kita kami sa Mpbl and ngayon din na nagkalaban kami nila Nash, nila Munmun, nila Mark, nila Jello and sobrang saya kasi pangarap naman namin 'to eh.